Good evening, and welcome to a interesting conversation tonight. Right, first thing is a bizarre story, which may be good, may be bad. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to let you decide on this one. Okay, now a couple of weeks ago in the UK, they tested an emergency alert system, and it was in case of danger, flood, danger, fire, danger, earthquake, danger, nuclear weapons. Right, but it just so happens in the south of the country last night. There was flash flooding and mudslides. How bizarre. In Devon and Cornwall. Now, what I'd like to know is, did that alarm go off? Because if that alarm didn't go off, then why did they give us all the alarm? Proof in the pudding time. Did they send the alarm out to that affected area or did they not? So I'm not from down there, so I can't tell you if they did or they didn't. All I can say is, I didn't get anything up here. So, so if they didn't, that means that they are literally stealing money for nothing. Yeah, there you go. Right, moving on to other news. In America, President Trump, he's been in court and he's been found guilty, so the court says, of having some sexual things going on. Indictments from years back with a woman, and he's been paid apparently, so everyone else is saying, £5 million compensation has been awarded, but he's denying everything. So I don't know what to make of that. If a court says you're guilty, you're guilty. So I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I wasn't in court, so I can't tell you. But if the cap fits, I don't know. Well, we will wait and see. If it's not one thing, they've got just as much trouble over there in the States as they have in England with our lot. Everyone's always saying different things. The most bizarre one I've seen just lately is actually to do with Biden. President Biden. Apparently people suspect he's an alien because his earlobes change shape. So that makes him an alien. So I was like, what? Who watches people's earlobes in the first place? Very strange. Right. And also, on the subject of America, California, could depending which way you were on this one, the COVID, a fine has been given out by what the courts there to. It was on to my tongue then. One of the big companies involved in it, just over $3 billion fine. So wow, that's just one state. So what's going to happen in the other 50 states of America, and what's going to happen in the UK as well? Because all these court cases are coming out. We know already that in the UK, for people who passed away because of long COVID and everything like that, some awards have been given £120,000. So that looks like that's going to have to go back into court, and they'll probably look at that again. For those big pharmaceutical companies, I would be breaking it at the moment because it looks like you haven't got a leg to stand on. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be losing all your cases. Right, so that's that one. And as well, when they go down, anybody associated with them as well, they're going to go as well. So that's for sure. They're going to. This is just round one. When the next one comes in, they'll be naming people, and then I think people will be going to prison then at that point. So very interesting that one. Right, over in the UK, Just Stop Oil has been at it again. This time they decided to raid the museum. A museum. Right, so they dived over the barriers and tried to get hold of the massive great dinosaur, the dinosaur skeleton, trying to grab hold of that exhibition. However, good on the security guards. They were in like flash, jumped straight over the top like two raptors, and wham straight into this woman. He nearly knocked her straight back into the thigh length series. And the other one was fell on the floor like a dead pterodactyl. So they got them both. Luckily, no damage was done. But to be quite honest, the British public are getting a bit sick and tired of it all now. So I think it's, I said already, people are going to start naming these people and they're going to give them out addresses, and then they're going to be really worried because people are going to be painting their houses orange and gluing themselves to their doors, and when they can't get out of their houses and their drives, let's see who's complaining then, shall we? Because that's coming. The British public are absolutely sick to death of it. So, and you can tell as well. I mean, one got run over last week, ran over the toes. So, everyone's fed up of it now. So it needs to stop before somebody gets killed. It's as simple as that. Right. Anyway, moving swiftly on because we're not hanging around anymore with these news ones. Okay. Finally, another loony. This time, the guy who threw eggs at Prince Charles last year. He went to the royal wedding. Royal wedding. Oh God! You can tell how old I am. The the coronation, right? And then started crying that he was arrested by the police. If it was a male and female scenario, you'd be arrested for stalking. You'd be predator, sexual predator, whatever it is. But you'd be in major trouble. But by doing it against a royal, you could be in major trouble. You did 6 months last time. That was just for 6 eggs. Stalking and coming intent. That's what you did. No denying it. You're not kidding anybody at all. You're a disgrace to this country as a young man, and you need to actually be locked up for quite a few years, and then that'll sort of calm you down, and you might understand a little bit more about the world by that point. So, and take them lady big hoops out of your ears and all. So, if you're going to wear jewellery in your ears, I've got my ears pierced, but the small little ones, not big things like that. Who are you kidding? Right. Anyway, so that's that one. As I say, those are the political parties are all in turmoil. There is a suspicion they're going to throw another vote of no confidence at the Prime Minister. So that'll be number 4 if that one goes through in a year. So it's about time the MPs actually just went, we need to stop doing this. The British public are fed up to the back teeth of it all. Let's have a general election. So on that note, I'd like everyone who wants a general election to subscribe to my channel. I'll push those things over. All the stuff that most people. What's happened in this country is a lot of people are scared to say anything because they're going to be, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this. That's actually wrong. You can't do that. Democracy is you have the right to speak and say what pretty much you want in this country, but not extremism. We don't do extremism. So, and this is the point, that these small parties are extremists, and they're spoiling it for everybody because they're taking our democracy away from us. And if they can't see it, they're blind and they're not bothered. That's the problem. They are not bothered. These little parties of trouble causers are making it bad for everybody's democratic rights. All right. On that masterful note, I'll leave you to it. Remember, push subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, and we'll catch you all later. Take it easy. Have a good night. Ta-ta.